Hi there, it's Donna from Tappy Crafting. I've sneaked up into my craft room and I haven't told anybody I've sneaked up here. So at some point you might hear somebody go, Mum or Donna. So I'll have to just quickly pause my filming and hope that I can get my train of thought back again to recommence this video. So I'm going to make today a faux stepper card, in fact a faux double stepper card. So my crafty friend Karen at Crafty Karen Designs challenged me because I thought, oh, I don't know what to make. She said, look up a faux double stepper card and have a go at that. So I found it. So Karen's made them before, so all you need to do is head off to Crafty Karen Designs on YouTube and on Blogger. But also Sam Calcott of Mixed Up Craft, she's done this as well. And I've nicked her measurements so because they work. So thank you very much, Sam at Mixed Up Crafts. I will tag you in this. All of the links that you'll need are in the description bar, including a link to my blog about this particular card that I've made, or the one that I'm going to make in a moment. So this was using the Gingham Cottage Designer Series paper that's in our mini catalogue, and this is the Awash in Beauty Designer Series paper. I love this, absolutely love it. And then my happy birthday comes from the Happiness Abounds stamp set. Is that what it's called? Yes, Happiness Abounds, with some polished pink paper. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'm still going to be using, as you can see, the Gingham Cottage Designer Series paper, but this one I've taken I think this is Calypso Coral. I haven't looked up the colours, and that's what we've got on the back, or on the other side. That makes my eyes go funny. I love that. I love the kind of the rawness of that. It just looks like someone's got a paintbrush and done that, and then done that. I love it. So what I'm using for this card, I use basic black, and I don't think, I mean it works, but I'm going to be using thick basic white for this card because I think it just gives it a bit more stability, I think is the word I'm looking for there. So as I said, all of the measurements are on my blog, so head over to there if you want to take the measurements down, or you can stop and start with me and make your own as you go along. I would say that as you're watching, try and go a few seconds ahead, just in case I have to correct myself on something. Let's get started. So the first thing I need, like I said, I've got a thick basic white here. Let's take one of those. You will need two pieces of card for one card, but this is a special card. This isn't just any old card. This is a special card. So using 2 sheets of this, I think warrants that. And also, if you're making cards to sell, make sure you incorporate that into your sales price. Let's start off with a piece of card that is 7 inches by 7 inches. So I haven't pre-prepared anything. You're crafting along with me if you want to. I know some people like to do that. So let's go. So that is 7 inches by 7 inches. We'll do the scoring in a moment. Let's just get this done. You do end up with lots of bits of scrap, but you know they can be used for all sorts of things. And then with the other sheet of paper, on the short side, if you cut that at 4 inches, and then again at 2.5. So you have 2 bits of card that are 4 inches and 2.5 inches wide. The 4-inch wide piece needs to be 11 inches long, so we just need to take a bit off the end of that. There we are, says somebody would call me. Right, back to this. So that now measures 4 inches by 11 inches. And then this one that was 2.5 inches, that needs to be 8.5 inches in length. I'll get the scoreboard out in a second. So these are the 3 pieces of card that we've got. We've got one piece, this is our card base, that is 7 inches by 7 inches. We've got this one that is 11 inches by 4 inches. And then we have this one that is 8.5 by 2 inches. Sorry, it's just people having a conversation outside my room. How rude. Okay. Let's start off with this piece. Sorry, I was just looking at my directions there. Oh, that's just crashed to the floor. I'll do some tidying up after this. So on the 7-inch piece, you are going to score at 2.5, 5, and 6. Okay. On the 11 inches by 4 inches piece, you are going to score on the long side at 1/2 inch, 5.5 inches, and 10.5 inches. Oops. And then on the 8.5 by 2.5 inch on the long side, you are going to score at 1/2 inch, 4.25, and 8. Okay, and then we're done with our scoring. So if we go back to our 7-inch piece, this first score line needs to be a mountain fold. Then the next one needs to be a valley fold. And then this one will be a mountain fold. So that's what you're going to get. So burnish those score lines. The better burnished your score lines are, the better this sits. And then this last one, and then we'll deal with the other 2 pieces. Okay, so there's that. So we're going to decorate that in a moment, but I want to need to deal with these. So this middle one needs to be a mountain fold. And then, so that's how we're going to look at it from the front of the card. This also needs to be a mountain fold. So it's mountain, mountain, and then we're going to do a valley on that one. So keep an eye on what side is what. So that's the front, because you start off with a mountain fold, and you have a valley fold at the back. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to do exactly the same with the smaller piece. And on traditional stepper cards, that, the reason I'm not doing a stepper card is that I just wanted to do something that was really easy to demonstrate online. So mountain, mountain. There's a lot of mucking about on a traditional stepper card. So it's nice to do something that's a bit more simple. Valley fold at that back one. Okay, so again, that sits like that. Okay, I'm going to start off by decorating this, and I'm just again doing some simple decorating. You might want to do something that's a bit more complicated, that's absolutely fine, but I'm going to go a bit simple. So when I'm filming this, it's actually gone 9:30 at night. So I'm going to start off with this. I'm going to trim this down to 6 7/8 by 2 3/8. and 7/8. So that's the width of my card. And actually, thinking about it, I'm going to have a piece for here, and for here. So we're going to have 3 cut lines. So that's 6 and 7/8. Turn it round, and you are going to have, you're going to cut once at 7/8. Keep this all in the same order. You'll cut again at 7/8. Is that off camera? I'm so sorry. You'll cut again at 7/8. And then you'll cut again at 2 3/8. Now keep these bits of paper in that order. I'll show you why. So I'm just going to keep those in that order. Move that out of the way. And we get our card. And we'll put that one on there like that, taking these in the same order. Put that one on there like that, and that one on there like that. That way the pattern follows all the way through, which is quite nice when that happens, even though a lot of the pattern gets covered up by our other decoration in a moment. It is still there. So I'm just going to get some glue on here. But also as well, because this is a special card, it actually doesn't take too long to put together. So I've just put some wet glue on that. You know why we like wet glue? Gives us a bit of room to manoeuvre it. Making sure to keep these other bits of paper in the right order. Now, just while I'm sticking these on, just to let you know that we are just 10 days left. In fact, by the time you get to see this video, it's less than a week before Celebration finishes. So if you have an order that you need to place, just think that at the 31st of August is your last chance to earn rewards and to cash them in for Celebration rewards. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, for every £45 or €60 that you spend, you earn a Celebration reward. If you spend £90, I'm not sure how much that is, I think it's about €120, then you get a level 2 reward or 2 level 1s. And then there is a Celebration catalogue. So if you want to see that, drop me a line and I will email to you a Celebration catalogue, the annual catalogue, and also the mini catalogue, which is where these have come from. Right, let's leave those to dry. Here's my bigger piece, and I've got that mountain fold there, and I'm going to put a piece of this gingham on here. Now this needs to measure, I need to check my measurements, which I wrote down somewhere, 3 7/8 by 4 7/8. So I'm going to put that on there like that. So 3 7/8. Keep going out of shot. I'm going to bring my camera up a bit. That's better. 3 7/8 by 4 7/8. So that's going to fit on there like that. And while I've got this out, I need another piece that measures 3 3/8 by 2 3/8. Now the 2 3/8 is along the top. So 2 3/8 by 3 3/8. I don't think it is 3 3/8 before you cut that. Just going to check my measurement, because I remember I made an alteration to my measurements. Hang on a second. So that is Yep, 2 3/8 by 3 5/8. Just going to check that. Yep, okay. That's why I say, if I'd say an instruction, just give me a couple of seconds in case I have to correct myself. And the thing is, when you're doing YouTube videos, you're sometimes thinking of other things as well. You're thinking, right, have I got this ready? Is that going to work? And sometimes what actually you want to say is not what comes out of your mouth. So there's that one. And then this one. This is such pretty paper, and it's in so many different colours as well. What I really like is this black and white one. Can't really see it on here at the moment, but I love that black and white gingham. Beautiful. Lots of different styles of gingham as well. So we've got those. Now these, I'll show you how these are going to fit on. And it's all very gingham at the moment. It's a bit too gingham, isn't it? So that's going to fit on there like that. We are going to break it up. And then that one's going to fit on there like that to give us that faux gingham style. Sorry, that faux stepper style. Oh dear. Now, using the Awash in Beauty or the True Beauty stamp set, I've stamped and die cut some flowers. And that's what I'm going to decorate the front of my card with. Now I've got lots of these. Let me show you what I've die cut out. Let's get rid of that for a minute. It's got some flowers, some leaves, more flowers, more leaves. Got absolutely loads of them. And they're really multicoloured. Lots and lots of different colours on there. And what we're going to do is just break up what we've got going on here, and then I'm going to do something else with the smaller piece. So first of all, I'm going to decide how I'm going to arrange these. So I think I'm going to start off with 2 leaves like that. So always get an idea first of how you're going to arrange it, and I think I want a nice bright yellow flower here. And I love these, absolutely love these. I'm going to put one there and put one there. I just have to remember not to go too mad. Less is more. Now I want to see if this works. Might not, might be too much. No, do you know what? I'm going to leave that there like that. Less is more, she says, and she adds more. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll do something else on the other one. So let's just take these off. And I'm going to start by just gluing those down. You could allow it to overhang a little bit because we have got this part of the card does come in a little bit. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep this in shot rather. Now these ones I'm going to stick down with glue, but some of the others I'm going to stick down with dimensionals to give them a bit of height. I don't want to cover up too much of the leaf. Like that. Now let's get some dimensionals out. So put those on there like that. This is very gentle crafting, isn't it? I'm kind of noticing how quiet I am. Very gentle. Very peaceful crafting. And then I just want to slot these two in here, just so that, which is difficult to do when you've got a dimensional on it, but I'm going to pop that in there, like, I need to turn it around. Yep. Let's go careful with these, because as soon as these dimensionals hit the paper, they're down. And you're ruining the whole card if you pull it up too quick. I'll put this last one on there. And then what I'm going to do is then put this on the card. So we've got that there now. Before I do anything else, I have these beautiful opal rounds. I love them. And these I'm going to put on here because they are just gorgeous. I do have these sticky backings, but I've just popped that one off. You could use dimensionals. I'm just going to put those on there. Not dimensionals, sorry, rhinestones. Let's get this onto the card. Now what we're going to do is, where we have that mountain fold, we're going to glue that on there and then glue that down there. Let's just do this one first. So your coloured image or your decorated image, just put that face down with this one here. So this was at the bottom. And what I'm going to do is put some glue on this here. And just bringing it in a little bit from the edge. I'm going to stick that down there like that. Fold that over, press that down. We're going to bring this over here, bring that back. I hope you can see what's gone on. I'm going to repeat that with the other one in a moment. Fold that on there. And then that sits up like that. Very difficult to show on camera, it's sitting up, but there it is, sitting quite nicely. And I have to say, using this thick white cardstock has made all the difference. It sits nice and proud. Now this one, whereas with my other card I had a sentiment here, with this one I'm going to put the sentiment here. And oh, that's the dog barking. And what I'm going to do is get some Calypso Coral card and some white card and do some stamping and some punching. Now I'm going to be using my Old Faithfuls. I love these, and it will be a very sad day if Stampin' Up ever retire these. They're still really popular now. They've been in the catalogue now for a second time, and I still sell these all the time. And you could buy these and then one other product, I think probably for about £9 or £10, and get your celebration reward. So let's just punch one of those out in the scallop punch, because the scallop punch is ever so slightly larger than the plain edge. So we're going to have that on there like that. And we need some white cards, so some of that scrap that you had earlier. So I've got a piece there that should, oh, that's the scallop edge. Where's the plain one? There it is. So as you can see, get that, absolutely lovely. Now what I want to do is, do I want to stamp it in Calypso Coral? I don't know. I'm thinking of stamping it in black and really making it stand out. I think if I do Calypso Coral, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to go and choose a sentiment. Now I've got to another one of my favourites. This is Colour and Contour. Now my niece has just passed her A-levels, and rather than putting congratulations on a card, I'm just going to do this because she's off to uni. So I want this on here that says, "So very happy for you." Let's put that, let's get that out of the way. Put that on there and go and grab my ink. Now I had a little panic there because I thought I'd lost my Calypso Coral ink. Panic over. Let's check that fits in there. Oh, just pop that on there like that. Lovely. That's come out better than I thought actually. Calypso Coral, despite it being in the subtle range, is actually quite a bright colour. And what I'm going to do is decorate that with, let's see what we've got. We've got these gilded gems. That's flicked somewhere across the table. Pop those on there like that. And we get more dimensionals. We really start to build this card up now. It's almost finished. So I'm going to put a couple on the back here, perhaps just 3. Like that. Now, I was going to wait until I've stuck that on, but I will put that on there now. And again, dimensional. So you need to be careful with this if you're popping it in the post to somebody, which this one will be, is that it might be slightly thicker. Now here in the UK, I know that our postage rates are, if you've got something that's thicker than a certain thickness, that you're charged more. And I know in the US and quite possibly in other parts of the world, postage really starts to increase as the weight or the thickness of the card increases. So be aware of that when you're making a card like this. So again, I'm going to, now this gets a bit more difficult because we can't flatten this out now. So looking at this, there's your mountain fold. Turn it round, that's the mountain fold. And we're going to put some glue on there. So we fold it back and put the glue on here. And then fold it over and then push it up to that score line. So you've got a bit of a gap here and a bit of a gap there. I hope you can see that. It's really awkward to show you, but I'm making sure that's butted right up to that fold line so it can still fold. There it is, there's your score line. We've glued kind of on the front of that really. I'm going to bring that over so it comes like that. And then when we flatten it, this then appears flush to there. Fold that back. Get your glue on. Fold it back over there and stick it down. And there we have our finished card, which now stands beautifully. If I was going to do anything else to this card, I think I might put congratulations along here. If you're thinking, well, where do you write on it? Plenty of room on the back here. So I might stick congratulations on there or just write my own sentiment on there, write my own little note. But you could put some other stamping, anything you want on there. So there we have it. I'm really pleased how that's come out. I love this one as a birthday card. I like the contrast with the black and the pink. But this is something special for my niece, to wish her many congratulations on passing her A-levels. So I hope you like that, and I hope to see you again very, very soon when I'll have another project for you. Bye bye.